All right, guys. Coming to you with another live video or live stream, I should say. I know a lot of my fellow comrades are live right now, but this was like literally the only time I can really fit in to go live. I know that my guy International Passport is live. I know my guy Average Men, Average. I think his name is the Average Man or something. He's live right now too, but I'm not trying to impede upon their time, but I just know that I have to go live right now. But I wanted to get into something because one thing about one thing that you will see on uh the one thing that you will see on uh TikTok, not on TikTok, but one thing that you will see on Instagram, one thing you will see on Instagram is a lot of you know posts that show violent women, you know. And so when you look at it, when you look at the whole situation, for some reason it seems like there's a uptake and there's a uptick in Western women being more violent. You know, there was one post on like it seems to be like a uptick in like women doing violent things. There was actually one woman who I think shot her boyfriend because he wouldn't help with the bills. So my question would be, okay, why do you even have him as a boyfriend then? If you know, if you knew what he already was coming in the relationship with. So it seems like there is it is a uptick in violence. You know, it's weird. It really is. I'll see if I can find it. Really, I'll I'll see if I can find the. Let me see if I can find the video or find the post where it shows that the woman is actually that the woman was actually killed, like she actually killed her boyfriend for that. But let me see. Let me see. Let me see real quick. I mean, I don't really have any like Islamic literature in the uptick in violence of modern women, but I think it has to do with a lot of situations where it's like it's a combination of situations. It's a combination of number one, I think they're bored like sexually. That's the main thing because they have access to everything, you know, and I think that's the mistake we made is giving them access to everything, you know, and I think number two, um, it's just basically it's basically how should I put it? At this point I really don't know why there's an uptick in it, but there is definitely a uptick in there definitely is a uptick in women doing violent things, man. Um I don't know what else to credit that to, you know. Um and this what this means for us, the thing is what this means for us really is this means that we have to be on guard even more because if they decide, they could just lash out at us. You know what I mean? Um, and we don't want to be in a situation where our our damn bodily harm or like bodily being is in danger. But I'll just read some of the things that like our women are doing. You know, one woman says she likes to go into relationships to abuse and damage men because it's humbling to her. I'll let you listen to it right now.
And it was fun. So did you break his heart then? Just a wee bit. I hope I did a little damage. Wow. Okay. Why do you hope that you did a little damage?
I'll do it again. I'll play it from the beginning. But I mean, it's different levels of violence, but this is pretty violent as well. Listen to this woman.
The whole time I was seeing him, I was kind of just using it as a psychology experiment, and I didn't really like the guy. I more just wanted to see if I could break his heart, and it was fun. So did you break his heart then? Just a wee bit. I hope I did a little damage. Wow. Okay. Why do you hope that you did a little damage? Just, I like humbling men. You like humbling men? Yeah. It's like my pastime. Your pastime is humbling men. You do work at a strip club, so do you humble men there? No, I take their money.
So this is the type of like creature you're dealing with. At this point, I hate to say it, but and this is going to be sounding very unfortunate, but I can't even call a modern woman a woman. I have to call her a creature. Like in essence, I hate to go as far as to say like almost like an antichrist almost, like a mini version of an antichrist because um they're thinking in this way. There's more of her out there like that. You know, let me find something else real quick. I don't usually like to use this platform because they promote the craziness of Western women in general. It's especially uh black Western women mostly. Let me see. Okay, let's see.
Understand this. I'm you. You me. Stop using your heart when they come to people. Use your mind like they use.
All right, hold on. So now I'm not saying that women are the only ones at fault because like men are violent too, to a certain extent. But I'm just saying there is a uptick in women being violent, and that puts us at a disadvantage for that puts us at a disadvantage due to the simple fact that because of affirmative action and because of a lot of other factors, like it's like you're even if you film it, you're kind of crossing a thin line because you really, I don't want to say you can't defend yourself. It's just that like there's a chance that jail may come with defending yourself. You know what I mean? That's the problem. And so this is why it's going to be more important now more than ever to distance yourself from modern women. Okay. um I'm trying to find it. I don't know if they have a news report about it, but let me see if I can find this, and then we can go into it. We can go into the uptick in violence when it comes to modern women. you know I don't know why there is so much violence, but yeah, there's definitely an uptick in the violence when it comes to the women. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Okay, here we go. Here we go. All right, I found it. I found it. Here we go.
It's the Breakfast Club, bitch. Who's donkey of the day today?
Well, donkey of the day for Thursday, December 1st, goes to a 30-year-old woman named Cassandra Gutierrez. Cassandra was arrested Tuesday and charged with aggravated
So I want you to keep in mind that it's not only black women, but it's the women who grow up around black women who have these kind of violent notions. Um, and I hate to say it, but it's going to spring over into the Muslim community, because it already has sprung over into the Muslim community. Um, now, unfortunately, you have Muslim women thinking that they can fight, things like that, thinking that they can fight men. And there's been an uptick in that as well. Now, it's going to be more important for us who have aspirations to explore the other side of the pond to distance ourselves from these women. Here's a something that was said.
assault with a deadly weapon, a second-degree felony. Now, what did Cassandra do? Well, she stabbed her boyfriend multiple times. I know what you're thinking. You have to hear both sides, okay? In some of y'all crazy minds, there's a perfectly great reason to stab your boyfriends. So let me explain the story. See, Cassandra Gutierrez, and I'm ignoring that last name in this situation on purpose, because it reinforces a lot of stereotypes of Latino women. Because the stereotype has always been that Latino women will stab you with the quickness. Someone out there is listening to me right now, and they just rubbed their scar that they got from being stabbed by a Latino woman, and they're saying, well, Charlamagne, it's not a stereotype if it's true. But again, I'm ignoring that. Okay, now, Cassandra is 30, and she was dating a 42-year-old man. I repeat, Cassandra is 30, and she was dating a 42-year-old man. And they've been dating for about a year. Okay, and on Thanksgiving Day, the couple returned to their apartment after drinking at a bar. My God. 42 years old at a bar with a 30-year-old on Thanksgiving Day. What a lonely existence that must be. Thank God I have a family. But this 42-year-old man went back to his 30-year-old young spicy boo's apartment, and there was a confrontation. You know what the confrontation was over? It was over her 42-year-old man not being able to help with the bills. Oh, yes, this is true. Okay, according to an arrest affidavit, Gutierrez and the 42-year-old victim went back to the apartment. A confrontation ensued. She accused the victim of not helping with the bills. She grabbed a kitchen knife and stabbed the man multiple times. Okay, according to the police, the man was stabbed in his neck, his right hand, his left hand, and his back. The man was bleeding profusely, and a blood trail led to the woman's apartment. Oh, you thought you had a little yeah, huh? That little yeah turned out to be a big no-no, because little yeah was looking for a Sugar Puff Daddy to help with these bills. And Sugar Puff Daddy ain't got it, which made little yeah realize, well, if you can't help with these bills, then I'm damn sure not getting any Michael Kors for Christmas, and all hell broke loose. Now, I hate to have to tell you this, but I guess I do. If you can't afford to pay all your own bills, then how are you going to afford the $75,000 bill that was set for this aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. See, I know that emotions can get the best of us sometime, but this is why you have to take a deep breath and ask yourself, can I afford to do what I'm about to do? Because clearly Cassandra can't. Okay, in a case like this, you don't stab him. You just stop letting him stab, meaning penetrate, meaning sex. Dump that old head and go find you a sugar puff daddy with some money. That's what you do if you want someone to help with the bills. Or get a roommate. Or get another job. The moral of the story is you don't stab someone because they can't help you with your bills. I don't even know why I have to say that, but I guess I have to in 2022. You don't know what their financial situation is. All right. Inflation is kicking everybody's ass. And I will never understand how you get mad at someone for being just as broke as you. All right. You mad this man can't help with the bills that you aren't able to handle either. But I don't see you out here.
So what you're gonna see now is you're going to see a uptick in women wanting to become sugar babies, and they're going to go for older men, maybe in the simple fact that those older men may not have, you know, what they're looking for. You know, I mean, maybe those older men want one thing and one thing alone, and so they're going to think that, oh, okay, this older man who's courting me, he probably has a bag, therefore I can go ahead and take over and uh you know what I mean, just take advantage of them. Now, there have been some videos about this, and one thing I want to say too, I don't think as I said before in previous videos, I don't think a modern woman can function without some kind of chaos in her life. I don't think that she can actually just be in a natural disposition and just really kind of just stay calm, stay cool, stay collected. I don't think it's possible for them at this point. You know, I think they're at the point of no return when it comes to that. So when you look at it, as sad as it sounds, you heard the one video that we just played with the woman who said that she likes to uh you know she likes to I want to say she likes to humble guys in the for the reason, you know. So I want to take a couple of videos and show you, and this, shout outs to Ronnie. I want to say shout outs to, because his name, for shout outs to the Flawless Logic podcast for these clips. My guy, Big Ronnie Bang, shout outs to him and his perspective on what we're dealing with. And yeah, let's get into it. Let me share the screen real quick. All right, so I'm gonna play one clip that really came to mind. Yeah, I was shocked to actually see this clip, but let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, let's go. So you hear the weak the first thing I want you to notice is you hear the weak men in the background, right? You could simply you can simply basically try to contain this woman, but no. You hear how like soft they sound, baby, please. Baby, please stop it. And I don't even know if they called the police or not. I kind of doubt it. But let's continue. And you see how the woman saying, "Sir, I wouldn't get involved." But it's another woman, so why don't you try to get involved? Why don't you try to help since it's another woman? Why don't you try to get involved? Yeah, he did the right thing. He did the right thing, but he should have just left after that. He should have like if I were him, I would have just got in the car. You know, that would have been his best bet to get in the car. But let's get into it even more. And you see how she looks like a damn she looks like a damn mud she looks like a damn like really truthfully speaking, she looks like a damn like a damn mud rodent or something like that, you know, the way she's operating. But let's continue. And he's like, "Don't hit her, dog." Like, come on now, bro. Like the man is obviously gonna have to do some kind of self-defense. But now look at it. Look. So you see that she was actually biting this guy, taking a chunk out of his skin. What does that tell you about what these women are becoming or, what these things are transforming into? Now I'm at the point where I don't even consider them women anymore, truthfully speaking. But let's go ahead and look at another attack. Let's see. Okay, now she's not a modern woman, but she is maybe a older woman. Let's see what happens here. So one thing I want to say is if I were you, I hate to say it, but if you're gonna Uber drive, you should you should which one call it? You should um how should I put it? You should get glass, get like a glass on your car so you can avoid having these situations. He has to toughen up though. That's the thing. Like if you have like tattoos with skeletons, you're gonna have to toughen up. I know it sounds kind of like sad, but nothing should happen. Like nothing like that should happen to someone, but you gotta like kind of like toughen up. You know what I mean? But let's continue. So here's the more alarming thing. Here's the more alarming thing about this situation here. This this I guess you can say this sand hippo, right? Imagine what her husband goes through. Imagine what her husband, you know, unfortunately is so afraid, may he may be afraid to say certain things. He may be afraid to say like this is actually happening in his household, you know? So we have to look at that factor now. But let's continue on. Yeah, you may not like if you're gonna drive for Uber because you're trying to finance your other things, like and you're trying to make side change, do it with the intention of like, okay, this is a temporary thing, you know, to transition into something bigger, you know. So now there's another one. Ooh. So you see how Keisha is so vicious now, and it's sad that this is the case. It's sad that this is what we're dealing with now. It is the violence of Keisha. Not just Keisha, but all Western women. You know, I want I want to like get one point across on the channel mostly is that while Keisha is at the forefront of like these kind of incidents, and while Keisha is the one that you see the most of in these things, it's not just her, it's everybody. It's all Western women, regardless of color, who are doing these kind of hideous things, which means that we have to be on guard even more, you know. But let's continue. Hmm. Oh my God. So let this be let this be a lesson in a understanding that these mud raccoons could have rabies or something from all the like all the eh, liaisons they have with Pookie, Ray Ray, and Chad. Because I've never heard of like a human bite actually growing. So that means she may have a new strand of the T virus or something like that. You know what I mean? Like so this is something that we have to keep in mind. So let this be something too. And I'm gonna say this to guys who drive Uber and drive Lyft because I'm talking to y'all too, because y'all are trying to do is make an honest living. You're just trying to make an honest living. You're just trying to take care of yourself. I'm gonna say this to you, okay? All I know this is hard to deal with, but you may have to deal with that, okay? That may be an element you have to deal with. And you can't I know it's sad to say, but don't let it deter you from doing what you need to do, okay? It's very hard. I know it's very hard to do, but don't let it deter you from doing the right thing. And the right thing would be to just keep pushing as hard as it is to see something like this. I understand completely. Okay. So let me see. Okay, let's see. Okay, here we go. So you see how violent these women are. You know what I mean? So let this be a sign to us that you need to stay away from them. Yo, top of the top, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by into the room, into the live stream. Let this be a sign that it's in your best interest to stay away from modern women. Okay? Let them insult you. Let them call you all kinds of names, okay? But in order to maintain some kind of safety, this may be something that you must do. So let's look at this and see what happens in this scenario. So not only, did she decide to, assault the Uber driver, right? But she decided, hey, I might as well rob somewhere too. So I want you to I want you guys to realize that their attacks come from different types of like ways. It doesn't just necessarily come from violence. It can also come from the fact that they will sleep with you and not tell you that they have the ninja. They'll say, "Okay, well, I'm not going to tell this guy I have the ninja, so I'm just going to do what I do and whatever happens to him it's not my fault, but really the entire time it was her fault." But let's look at this and see what happens. Oh, okay. This is the same one. You see what these creek beavers look like though. Like I hate to say it, I don't know why some of these men give them like the attention. And these creek beavers are not even pretty. That's the thing. They're not even good looking. But let me see. Okay, so um this was brought to my attention a little while ago. And again, we just see the same trend. The thing is, here's the thing about modern women that I notice. You may paint you may point something out and you have the evidence of it. You have the the very you have evidence of them doing these things, right? Smack dab in the face, right? Like just really just in your face evidence. And they will still deny it. They'll still say no. And it's like, well, the evidence is in our face. So why are you saying no to it? It makes no sense. But they'll still try to come up with a counter argument instead of just realizing that, yo, you guys are doing these things. Like you guys are involved in these things. And you for the most part, you'll never hear a guy say, well, you know, It's such and such fault. You man, you'll rarely hear that, man. You'll rarely hear that. But yet, when it comes to modern women, you hear it all the time. But let's continue. And at the helm of that violence, guess what? Modern women, aka modern sand spiders, aka modern mud bears. And so the thing is, if you're a guy in that situation, I hate to say it, but the best thing you can do is just sit back and look. Because a man's nature, a man's innate nature, and it would be my innate nature too, right? Would be to protect, would be to change the harm with your hands. That would be the innate thing to do, right? But the problem is a lot of times they don't want to be protected. So, it's just like a matter of like, well, I just got to let that happen like that. You know what I mean? So, while it would be like you would want to, like it's innate that you would want to do that, um it wouldn't be done. You know what I mean? But let's continue. It's sad to say it, but like this is what now he shouldn't have done that. We understand he shouldn't have done that. He should have just stayed away if she wasn't responding to him. He should have just walked away, took his L and kept it moving. But you have to wonder where did the psychology behind him doing that come from? What kind of environment was he raised in to like do that? And I can say that it was probably an environment with a single mother. Okay. So this guy, we got the footage now of the OnlyFans model who killed her boyfriend. And unfortunately, this it by I don't want to insult the dead, but eh, this Nigerian dude, I know he's deceased, but he could have did better than a OnlyFans model, right? And not only could he have done better, but he could have avoided her altogether. Why are you dating an OnlyFans model anyway? You know what I mean? Like that makes no sense, you know. But let's let's see again. Let's see again the the violence of these modern women. See how basic these women look though when all that makeup is off and everything like that. They look basic, man. They don't even look that good, man. Like seriously, like so he should have took heed before this, but he didn't take heed because unfortunately, I don't know what went on in his Nigerian household, but um perhaps he didn't know I don't know really. Maybe he didn't know the red flags, or I really don't know. I'm not gonna try to make an excuse for him, but take let this be a lesson, man. Okay, if she's throwing glasses at you, that should be your sign to leave, bro. The juice ain't worth the squeeze, man. You should have been left. So here's the thing, and I think this has to do with his upbringing too. For whatever reason, and I'm gonna be honest, he probably, because he wasn't a Pookie Ray Ray type dude, um, because he wasn't a Pookie Ray Ray type dude, he didn't he didn't really he didn't really attract many American women. So because he didn't really attract many American women, it probably was a shock to them, like, oh shoot, I finally got one. So I think, I know, as sad as this sounds, is he wasn't used to getting women. So he figured that, dang, I can't get another woman, so I have to hold on to this one, and I have to defend her, and I have to still let her do OnlyFans in order for me to, be happy. I think that was the gist of this situation, in my opinion. Yeah, these, and the lawyer seems like a simp too, but he probably deep down inside knows that that woman, did what it was in self-defense. He deep down knows that, but of course he's not going to, like, admit that, just due to the simple fact that it's his client. you know we understand that, but yeah, bro, these women are unhinged as of right now. They're very, very much unhinged. uh Here's another example. Okay, let me see. It's pretty much just showing the same one. Hold on just a minute. So this happened a year ago, and another creek beaver decided to for whatever reason, I don't know why she was so angry, but she decided to sh- shoot at Burger King workers. I don't know the reason for that. Eh, I can't say she was having a bad day, but you know, let's just see. So, um, just because the order is not coming out fast enough, you decide that, hey, it's necessary to shoot. Um, it's necessary to shoot the workers because you're not getting your food fast enough. But let's go ahead and see what's going on. So the thing is, and I hate to say this, but they're at fault too. When you make excuses for that behavior, and I hate to say, I find it that most of them are coming from black men, unfortunately, making excuses for this like unacceptable behavior, then you yourself are indirectly enabling that behavior. So yeah, cut it out, please. You know, you really need to cut it out. You need to stop enabling this. Okay. All right, let me see. YouTube is kind of gonna filter this. So you see this modern which we'll call it this modern uh swamp squirrel actually, you know, attacking attacking her worker over tomatoes or something. Okay, so the of the matter is that she came back the next day with the food. Who, like, honestly, who in their right mind is going to come back on the next day to, you know, uh, y- like, who's going to come back on the next day to get a refund for food? Please let me know. Oh, so you have to like the thing is, and this is the sad thing about it, is that men don't control their household when you have women this violent, you know? I hate to say it, but a lot of these men have became not only emasculated, but they became domesticated like little dogs, you know? And I think that's the reason why I don't appeal to American women, because they know that they wouldn't be able to do that on me, you know? They know I wouldn't play that, you know? And there was an interesting conversation that was going on in Clubhouse, and you shouldn't have to yell masculinity out of a woman. You shouldn't have to do that for them to be feminine. You shouldn't have to do that. If no man wants to do that, the only man who wants to do that is the man you see here in this video with his partner. And you may be seeing more, actually. Unfortunately, you may be seeing more pretty soon. Oh my god. Oh, so the thing is about it, she could have burnt her face off. Like if we really look at it closely, you know. And the problem is that these women are not like the unfortunate thing is they will do this as like a ish test, but you can't like put yourself in a situation where you're taking this. You cannot. So, you know, these women, like I hate to say it, but these creatures, man, Allah, Allah, subhanallah, subhanallah, subhanallah. I never thought I would reach the day where I have to refer to women as creatures, but based on their behavior and how they are, I mean, it seems like that's what it is right now. Now, let's continue. Okay. Now, let's see. Yeah, these which one call it modern day sand dogs had no remorse for what they did. Mm. So let this be like man. So what modern women will try to do is make it look like they're high rolling and like that they really got it going on and that they really have like a higher standard of living. But if you're like a supposed boss babe and the dipping sauce is getting to you and you're mad at the dipping sauce for 175, how much of a boss babe are you really? So not only did they decide, hey, let's destroy the restaurant, but they also decided, hey, one of them decided, hey, in the meantime, um, let let's uh let's also take money too. So, um, seeing that these mud beavers are gonna like continue their path of terror, what I recommend, and again, I'm not a by any means like coach or anything or guru or anything like that. What I recommend is what I'm about to show you right now. Spelled it wrong. All right. Well, I don't have I don't know if I can find any pictures, but I guess yeah, I guess I can find some pictures. But this is what I recommend, and I'm going to end this video on this note. This is what I recommend men do. Traditional men, especially Muslim men. Let me go through all these pictures real quick. I got so many of them. Busy yourself with things like this. And I know it's a lonely path to be by yourself, but busy yourself with things like this. Okay? Busy yourself with things like this too. Busy yourself with things like this. Okay? Busy yourself with things like this as well. Trying to find a picture. Maybe I just need to look. Hold on. If I can find it. But it looks like I can't find it. But what I'm saying is turn your safe space, meaning your house, into your like man cave. Turn your like I would encourage you to turn your room, or turn whatever your living situation is. Assuming that everybody has like a house or an apartment, turn that place into a sacred place where you can have everything that you need, that you won't need to try to get from outside. You know what I mean? Because it's getting to the point where you never know what these women can do and what these women will do. And it's not out, you're not doing this based out of fear of them, because we already know men are stronger than women, but you're just doing it based off of the fact that you see what direction the tide is going in. And so you just have to be careful now, more than ever. Monk mode is more important than ever now. But with that being said, I'm going to end the stream. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'm off until the next one. Again, it's always going to be SYSMB. Save yourself, Muslim brother. Injarama.